Hi, welcome back to IP Adventurista. So today we are doing something new. So I am vlogging in my home now. Few days I am not able to go for some trips and all. So that's why I am thought of sharing with you one important thing which I was thinking to share for a long time. So now let's come to the point. So as you know that I have recently purchased this phone which is OnePlus 11 5G. So this is my primary vlogging camera, you can say, and I thought of sharing some reviews regarding it, and so that's why I thought that it's not good that I go outside with some noise and all, and you will not get the proper recording. So thought of doing it at home then. So primarily when you see my videos, most of them are shot either through an iPhone 11 or this phone. So I don't have some fancy gadgets and all. So coming to the point, I hope you are well aware of the specifications of this phone. But today I am here not to discuss on the specifications, but how useful it is for blogging. So many of us means of some small bloggers like me might be looking for some setup which they can do, and which is not so pocket heavy. So though I am not saying that this phone is cheaper one, this is quite an expensive one, 62,999. I still remember the price because I paid it. So coming to the main point, so this phone having let's first talk about the pros of this phone and how I use it in my daily activities in blogging, and then I will come to the some of the drawbacks that I faced using this phone. So coming to the first part, the camera of this phone is really good. You can see the badging of Hasselblad, and this is really a good one. So I would say the primary camera is a 50 megapixel one with an aperture of 1.8, I believe, yeah, and the other one is an ultra wide lens which is having an aperture of 2.2, and also there is a telephoto lens which is having an aperture of 2.0. So all these lenses I believe are really good, and it does a decent job for you. Apart from that, there is one more capability of this phone is you can shoot 8K videos at 24 frames per second in this one. So that's really a good addition to this phone. Means if you see in any other phones in this budget, I don't think that it gives that much of capability of shooting 8K videos. So that's a really good thing. So another thing is you can also shoot 4K videos in 30 and 60 FPS, and that is also good because when in sometimes we shoot at 60 FPS to slow down some to create a slow motion and all, so that time I shoot 60 FPS. So that's very handy thing. So you can shoot here. And the portrait mode of this phone is really good. I have done many photos of using this phone, and sometimes I get to hear comments like which DSLR do you use. So I do have a DSLR which is a Nikon D5100 with a 50mm lens, but it's not that I daily take it out for any outing. I primarily use this camera and the iPhone 11 camera. So sometimes I use the portrait mode to shoot something, and that time I do hear the comments that which DSLRs I use. But no, I don't. In the blogs, the photos you have seen are not from any DSLRs, and they are all from this one or the iPhone 11. So I will do a small comparison study later on, but let me tell you another good thing of this phone is, if you go to the camera of this phone, there is an option. If you go to the mode, you go to the Pro version is always there. So iPhone focus, yeah, is it focusing? Okay, so I believe it, yeah. So you can see the Pro version, the panoramic, and then there is a very good option which is a film. So I prefer shooting all my videos in this, because the best thing of this is you can shoot in a log profile. So that's when I decided to purchase this phone, just because of this option that it provides a log option to shoot videos. Man, that's an awesome thing. And it does have a electronic stabilization and optical stabilization, so that is also a added factor to this phone. And here you seriously, means whoever does a video editing, I would say that a log is a very important thing that we try to shoot, because it helps in the post processing of the videos. So you know how the log helps. So, and also you can use some filters which are given in. So there are some inbuilt filters also, but to use the filters you need to go to the normal photo, and then you can use. Another important thing of this phone is the long exposure. So when you don't need to configure your phone to do a long exposure videography or photography, you just tick in that option of long exposure and you are good to go. So that's also a pretty beautiful thing that I liked about this phone. So the main reason that I use a good phone is to, if it should fulfill my needs to do the vlogging and all, and also it should be pretty much durable. So OnePlus as a brand, I would say it's really a good one, as we all know, and it's pretty much durable, and it sticks for a long time. So I would say that. So this is pretty much on, and also it has got a 120 Hz display. So that's a pretty good thing. Another important thing is the charger of this phone. It comes with a 100-watt super VOC charge. So when we do a shooting of videos and all, we know that the battery tends to come down a little bit more faster than you normal use of a phone, because you are always shooting and the screen is always on and shooting videos and all. So in any phone, in any camera you use, it's a normal thing that when you use it, when your screen is on, it will tend to take more of your battery. But when you have a super VOC charge of 100 watt with you, you don't need to worry, because this phone charges super fast, as in I would say from 0 to 100% or 80% you can charge in 15 minutes if you enable the super fast charging. But if you still disable the super fast charging, then also if you charge, it will, instead of 15 minutes it may take 25 minutes, but your charging will be done. So don't worry about the charge. So this is pretty handy thing. So, and now coming to some of the drawbacks that I faced with this phone is, this doesn't come with a IP rating. A phone in this price range of 63,000, I expect some of an IP rating from it, but disappointment, it doesn't have a IP rating. Another thing is, this phone of 63,000 doesn't have a wireless charging. So that also is a, I would say, a drawback kind of a thing, because many of our cars now are equipped with wireless charging, but you cannot use it. If you have a wireless charging car, you cannot use it, or if you have a wireless charger at your home, you cannot use this phone to charge. So that's another thing. So now coming to the next point. So I was saying that you can shoot 8K videos, 4K videos and all. The reason I have taken a 256 GB variant is just because it doesn't have a card slot. So that's a very drawback that I find, because when you are shooting in a 4K videos, it tends to take up a lot of our memory. So if do have a dual SIM, but if it had a card slot, please, so that would have been better. So I would ask OnePlus that if you introduce a card slot in this phone, then it would be very much helpful for us, for the people who shoots videos in their phone. So please take it into consideration, that I would say. And another thing is, the color is really very beautiful. Another thing is, when you shoot photos or videos, it tends to filter your image a little, though it sometimes looks good, but when you are shooting in a video in a vlog, that doesn't matter. But when you are taking a photo, though it shoots a raw format also, one more point, you can shoot a raw format photo also in it, you can store it. So, and also along with that, the JPEG photos get saved. So when you are taking a photo, in the preview the JPEG comes up, so and that time you feel a little thing that it's applying some kind of a filter in it. So sometimes it's good, but sometimes that has also a drawback. So I prefer to take the raw photos from it. So for that, you need to enable the raw save in this phone into the camera settings. So pretty much from this phone, and it's also a 5G phone, so technologically it's a good one, I would say. And the volume and all is very good. And when you are using this phone to do a videography, so I use, as I have said, I use a Granado mic, but in this phone I generally don't find a need, because the microphone works very good for this. But if you are in a noisy environment, then I believe you need to use a microphone. So that's pretty much from OnePlus 5. I hope you like the content, and if you like our content, do like, share and subscribe our channel IP Adventurista. Stay tuned, and very interesting contents are coming very soon. So, and another gadget that I have been planning to do a review, I will be back with it soon. Bye for today. Hope to see you soon. Bye.